The Democrats all of a sudden are now in support of the Hunter Biden pardon. So if you didn't know, Joe Biden came out and pardoned his crackhead, prostitute buying, illegal firearm owning son. The same Joe Biden who was tough. Oh, excuse me. I'm calling me while I'm recording. The same Joe Biden who had the tough on crime, the 3-strike bill and all of that. He was a part of all of that. The same Joe Biden who's on record saying if you have a crack rock the size of this, you should go to prison.
Lied about being a
And his son is on tape with crack rocks the size of this mic.
Smoking.
Kidnapping prostitutes. Assaulting prostitutes. Doing God knows what. Did he get sent to prison? Fuck no. And for months, President Biden was clear. Despite his constitutional right to pardon people of crimes, he would not issue a pardon for his son.
Nigga pulled the okie doke.
He would not issue a pardon for his son. That's what he said. Nah, this is the law. I'm going to let the law handle it, blase, blah. Guess what he just did? He just pardoned his son of all charges. Illegally purchasing a firearm, tax evasion, filing false tax returns, smoking crack, buying crack, drug paraphernalia, buying prostitutes, like any crime you could think of, his son is on tape, on video. He has a laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop, hundreds and hundreds of pages of him documenting himself committing crimes. Bro should be in prison, nigga. Your uncle's in prison. He been in prison since the 90s because of Biden, nigga, for a crack rock this small. And his son got a laptop with hundreds, maybe thousands of videos of him committing the same crimes that his father's on tape saying, you need to go to prison damn near forever for committing. He just pardoned his son. Now, everybody who was crying about Trump beating those fake-ass felonies are now saying, well, you know what? Whoopi Goldberg.
I seen that. Yeah.
Well, what is he supposed to do? Just fly straight? And everybody else is committing crimes and getting away with shit? Yeah, bitch, if you believe in the law.
Why should he do the right thing when everyone else is not doing the right
thing?
thing?
The fuck are we talking about right now?
You're supposed to be above it all, right?
And exactly. And you made your whole name off of being, morally in that high ground. So now that it's your turn to showcase that and you don't, niggas are going to look at you like hypocrites.
Well, Joe Biden in his 40 years in politics has been corrupt as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, people say he changed, but the reality is this.
There's a lot of people that don't know about his corruptness.
They don't even know
it's
about...
on tape. How could you not know?
I'm saying Joe Biden.
They're talking about Joe...
I'm talking about Joe Biden. It's on tape. What you think you've been doing with Ukraine? Where you think that money is going?
People are ignorant, man. He even admitted that he committed crime in Ukraine. But the thing is, the thing that makes this stand out is he didn't just pardon him. He pardoned him for retroactively for 11 years. So it's like you're going
keep fucking back to that rock.
He knows shit's gonna start shit's gonna come out, right? We know that was Hunter Biden's coke in the White House, by the way. We know that. But this is the thing. This guy, Joe Biden, this guy literally is guilty. He's committed crimes. And what Joe Biden is doing is he's covering his own ass. Because if he lets Hunter go down, Hunter seemed like the crazy cracked out motherfucker who will snitch on everybody. If I go down, everybody's going down. So really, we know when he pardoned Hunter Biden, to me, that was Joe Biden admitting he's guilty of all the things that he's being accused of with the laptop, this much to H for the big guy and all that stuff. He had to do it. I don't even think it's because it's his son. I think he's doing it because Hunter just knows too much.
No, this is one thing for a fact we don't got to try to get too deep into. This is motherfucking son. Anybody has the power to get their son off is going to do it. Facts. I don't give a fuck who you is. You're not sending her to jail if I'm the motherfucking president. At the end of the day, there is no outlining him knowing information. It don't matter. Cuz sold y'all lies, sold y'all a fucking dream like a pimp do a bitch. And people went for it. They bought it, but it just didn't cash out. And now you're seeing the real shit because the universe is showing y'all, putting him in situations where he has to reveal exactly who he is.
But let me push back on you. When he thought he was going to be president, when he thought he was going to get reelected, he was totally fine with letting the justice process play out. Because you remember, they offered Hunter Biden that sweetheart deal to just take the plea and he was going to get like probation or like maybe a year in jail or something like that. Biden was willing to let justice be served when he needed to make it, when he needed it to look like what was going on with Trump and the justice system being weaponized against Trump was he needed it to look like he had no involvement.
Exactly.
So he would have let Hunter go down lightly to make it look like what was
Come
going
on,
on with
bro.
Trump.
No, let me just say one thing. This is what he's telling his son. Hey, just let this spill out. Soon as I become president, you up out of there.
Exactly.
There is no letting this lightly. Let this play off. We're gonna keep you out on bond. And then once this motherfucker plays through, I got you. Don't trip. And if they don't, I'm forcing my hand, I got you regardless. So there is a win-win situation for his son.
He told him to take
Hold on,
the plea.
this is the kicker. This is the same guy on tape. He's on video. You can pause this video, open up another window, and pull up the video that I'm discussing, saying if you have a crack rock this big, he had crack rocks this big on tape, and he pardoned them. So what about all the men of color, men, period, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, who got sent to prison for them same crack rocks that he just pardoned his son for? And this is an interesting fact that I didn't even know. So back in September, they did a poll on YouGov, and they say only 13% of Americans said they would support the president pardoning his son. 72% said they would oppose it, including 56% who would strongly oppose it. So they did another one on December 2nd, and now only 34% of Americans approved the president's decision, while 50% disapproved. So the numbers kind of swayed. So basically, like bro just said, he showed his hands. Y'all got the gotcha moment, like gotcha, bitch. And it's like, well, damn, I can't go against everything I just been preaching about the last 4 years and this whole Trump is evil and this and that.
So they gonna turn a blind eye.
Exactly. So now you want to turn a blind eye. Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, what is he supposed to do? You're supposed to abide by the same law that you was condemning men of color for. Getting niggas locked up for decades for trying to make some money for their family. And when it's your family, now, oh, nah, it's good. He above the law.
But what do we know? The celebrities are going to come down on whatever side of the fence is lining their pockets. Whoopi Goldberg is not doing anything she hasn't been doing for the past 4 years. She is an apologist for all wrong that Democrats do. And she will go and try to prosecute Trump in front of her peanut gallery on The View. This is who they are. My question is this. This is not the first time Joe Biden has done some bullshit, hypocritical, double standard crap. He does it all the time. He said he didn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle next to black kids. What we really need to address is, why do black people keep supporting this guy? Why did Joe Biden get more black votes than Barack Obama when he ran for president? That should make people boggle people's mind. How did Joe Biden get more votes than any presidential candidate in U.S. history? See, these are the things that I think about. That shows you that there's a deeply embedded sickness, not only in the black community, but in the left wing of America. People keep saying two wings of the same bird. I don't see it like that, because I don't see conservatives supporting a Republican who's doing the shit that Joe Biden has done. I saw conservatives damn near on the verge of turning on Donald Trump. And then he had to win them back.
There's a lot of people who say they're true Republicans that are saying they don't fuck with Trump. That's a lot of...
But when they say two wings of the same bird, they aren't talking about the NPCs at the bottom. They're talking about the people at the top, the ones that's running it, the ones that's giving you the candidates. Because you got to realize these candidates come from somewhere. Nobody ever sits back and go, why we got to choose from them? Where did they even come from? And let's be real, all them votes for Biden, come on, bro. You know most of them
and let's not act
fake.
Like...
You know them was fake. He did not get the most votes ever. Like, come on, bro. Where did all those votes go this election? Millions of votes disappeared. People just didn't vote.
Nah, but let's not act like those people, like you just said, in them rooms. Regardless, if Trump see Kamala today, they're going to be shaking hands.
Facts.
They have to.
They don't have to do nothing. Why do you have to? You got free will. You got a choice. This is my point. There is no beef, nigga. There's nothing. They're all going to be around each other, eating at the same spots, going to the same meetings, talking about the same shit. Where Trump, you're in position now. Now they can still debate about shit and throw their ideas, but ultimately Trump is going to have the last decision, and their eyes are representing in front of us. So there is no.
But don't they tell you that? They literally get on stage and be like,
but
we
look,
are cool, but we just disagree.
But like you just said, but the people that's down here, that's Republican and Democrat are really beefing over this shit.
Facts.
You're really losing and going against your family over this shit that they finna be fucking eating steak and lobster about.
Oh, yeah, you're ignorant if you disagree with your family over political stuff. But at the end of the day, I could see people having these disagreements because you have people in people's families who are totally hysterical and deranged. Dude, listen, if my sister is like, I got a girl from high school, for example. She's like, oh, yes, LA has become a sanctuary city for transgender youth who want to get sex change operations. I freaking deleted that chick off of social media because it's like, wait a minute, what does that mean? That means that they can take a kid from another state, bring them to LA, get them a sex change operation, and because LA is a sanctuary city for that, California is a sanctuary state for that, the parents can't even get that kid back or have any say as to whether that kid gets to mangle their sex parts, while being freaking, fooled or taken advantage of by adults. Why would she support that? And we went to the same school. She has 2 kids. We know if it was her kids, she wouldn't want that to happen. She wouldn't want them to be taken from her and mutilated down there because they feel like they're a girl today. So that's why people are having these disagreements. It's not because of the 2 people who are running for office. It's because you have a deep-seated perversion in this country, and that has literally engulf some people's family members. Some people's family members are totally brainwashed on this shit.
But this is what people don't get. This is why debates and certain things is good. Because it's like, I could tell y'all, like, I got a vision, I see this, I want to do something, and whatever the case is. Without y'all, and y'all blindly follow that. But when you do have 2 people that have to debate their ideas, if I'm speaking on something, and then y'all 3 have questions that I might have not questioned myself about, it might make me reevaluate, well, that wasn't just such a good plan that I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? This is why when they put them on the forefront, we look at it like that. So now when they come and just spill this bullshit, and you get people like us asking questions like, man, that sounds like some bullshit. Like, that don't even make no sense. And now you have to reevaluate your plan and come a different way. And this is all they keep doing on these debates. And now we're seeing it all play out. But Biden shit was bullshit. The Kamala bitch was bullshit. They plans was bullshit. But how many people blindly, if we just put her in the front as trying to be president, that, like you said, want to kill these babies and run with her plan, it'll make us all be crazy.
Listen, bro, that is a complete abuse of power. They're showing you're a peasant. They're above the law. They make the laws for you to follow. They don't have to follow the same laws that they make. They're showing you right now in real time. All this shit is a game. Y'all are pawns. We're the ones moving the pieces on the chessboard. You are a pawn. They're showing you that. So the more we sit here and debate and argue 2-party this, 2-party that, guess what? 2 parties mean the whole community is split in 2, which means there's no unity, and we don't fight the ones who really are corrupt. We're so busy trying to argue each other's point. Nah, you need to believe what I believe. Fuck that. You need to believe what I believe. Whole time, we all getting fucked with no Vaseline. And ain't nobody doing shit about it.
But I think this election showed more than any election before the true power of the people to influence what has to happen in their administration. I mean, let's be realistic. Hispanic people essentially saved this country. They're the ones who split 50-50 to actually put Trump in the White House. They could have just operated on ignorance like black people did and said, well, they want to keep Hispanics from coming in this country. Let's just all vote for Kamala because she wants more Hispanics to come in. Instead, they looked at the issues. They voted based on what was in the best interest of their family. They didn't vote along racial lines. They voted for, my family needs opportunity. So even though this guy looks like me and he's Hispanic like me, we can't let him come in the country illegally because it takes away from my opportunity. So I think even the fact that the podcast were carrying more power than the mainstream media, I think Americans really took back their country in this election. And I think that Donald Trump is a populist president, and he asked the people what do they want, and then he does his best to deliver that. Is he obliged to the elites, obligated in some way? Of course they all are, because that's where they get all their money, right? That's who helps them compete. But when you talk about Kamala Harris getting $1.5 billion in campaign funds and still
She
losing.
put all that in the pocket.
Man, of
She
course
gave all
did.
that to Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla.
No,
She didn't get them bitches nothing.
gave that shit to Eminem.
crumbs compared to what she cared.
Sprinkle them
Yeah.
in. Right. But
That
I really think that Americans are waking up, and I think America the place many of us thought it was. There are many of us who are still paying attention, and I love the fact that he won the popular vote because to me that shows that the votes count because that popular vote swung. It ain't swung that way in 20 years. And then all of a sudden, as people got more pissed off, and you know the majority of people hate the transgender
Bro,
shit
he won
and all
the electoral
that.
too.
He won both of them.
Yeah, stop
that's all
playing.
that matters.
He won
Yeah,
both.
so stop playing,
But-
Hey,
bro.
I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all really believe that they added up all them votes that quick and from the whole fucking world?
Yeah.
And that was it, and they got it right
The
on
whole
point.
world.
Come on, we know what was going
No,
on.
exactly.
Bro.
Come on,
have-
Kay.
They
got
said
the
like
votes.
20 to 30 million people just didn't vote all of a sudden.
Bro, all they got to do is put the votes in a
No, all they
machine.
gotta do is put a number on the board, and we gonna run with
Man,
it.
they got you the same way they got everybody.
But what I like,
Listen, hold on,
Elon Musk said he had a some sort of app that showed who was going to win the election before it even happened.
listen, he didn't even need an app. All he needed was me because I've been saying this shit for freaking 3 years straight.
Man,
So-
Elon Musk allegedly helped him win. Shout out Elon, whatever.
Why
We know
wouldn't
what
he
the
help
fuck
him
going on.
win?
We know what the fuck going on.
That's
Look,
his
let me
boy.
ask y'all this
That
though,
wasn't
right?
always his boy.
Let me
No,
ask y'all
they
this
hate
though,
each
right?